Okay.
The type of system that we were ultimately using in the level 3 lab, in the BL3 lab, was almost exactly the same equipment that we had at the Groom Lake facility, the underground facility, before I was transported over to S4. And what that was an automatic train, if you will, where a slide would be brought in under, it was a pressurized cell, and then would be oriented into a microscope, an electronic scope. We just called them otoscopes at the time. And then we would use keypads to do the adjustments and the analysis. We were wired up by that time, well, we were in suits, and we were wired up with headgear for communication. What we had is a controlled access laboratory, controlled access facility with very little controlled access.
Okay.
And so the breakdown between you know, no necessity for recirculation versus a necessity for recirculation for level 2 air recirculation, it was all set up for recirculation.
Okay.
Yet the material, the variety of material, was simply separated depending upon risk group 1 through 4. And what they were having us do at the time, this is before we started working on the 2,6 disubstituted purines, which are now only being used under trademarks like reversing and things like that. They wanted us to back engineer these cells. They said, we want to know what the evolution of this cell was. What's the history of this cell? And at the time, even up into 1994, it was extreme frustration. So we went from 91 into 94, banging our heads on the wall on how to accomplish this. We tried everything from micro dissection of cells. Of course, you know, we're talking about internal versus external cytoplasm.
You might want to try to go into that.
Well, I will. But we were trying very crude techniques to arrest the cell's development, and we finally got to the point where we said we needed to know more.
And they weren't really forthcoming.
Well, they weren't forthcoming, but ultimately, in 1993, we were informed. In late 1993, we were informed that, in fact, we were dealing with an extraterrestrial, and that the extraterrestrial was housed inside of the same facility, about a half level down at the end of where we were standing.